Okay, we are live. Good night, good morning, good evening. I don't know where are you tuning in. We are here live to talk about this match between Iga Swiatek and Emma Raducanu, which has already started. We are in the first game of the match. Iga Swiatek has now a chance to to hold her own serve, and she held. So Iga Swiatek now has won the first game of this interesting battle because Emma Raducanu played actually really well in her first three rounds because she has won already three matches in this tournament. Of course, she did really well, and I think above all in the match against Adad Maya, first of all because of the caliber of her opponent, um, which of course is a very good one. Because the match was very close, and also Emma Raducanu showed that she can also battle against these kind of opponents, and also ranking wise, it has been the second best win of her career. So it's now interesting to see how she's going to handle this match against Iga Swiatek, who conceded only one game in her second round match against Claire Yu, and then fought really hard, even if it was only a straight sets win against Bianca Andreescu, the 2019 champion. She won 6-3, 7-6. But Andreescu was really close to bring the match to a third set. So let's see how's going to turn out this match. Emma Raducanu lost the first point in her first service game. Now we are 15 all. And of course, it's not only the only match going on right now, because Yannick Sinner is 5-1 up against Stan Wawrinka. So he's doing really well. And as started just now, the match between Tommy Paul and Felix Auger-Aliassime, which of course is, I think, a very interesting match. So this is a fun night here in Indian Wells. Świątek is now already trying to break. We are 15-30 in this second game of the match. Raducanu serving, and actually 15-40. So Świątek already has 2 break points. It's a bit windy tonight, like usually is in Indian Wells, to be honest. Usually during the day the conditions are probably a bit easier to handle because during the night there's always some wind to handle. Świątek is now in charge of the point in this break point, but avoidable mistake. Let's write in the comments what do you think about this match. Also a prediction if you want to make one. So let's just write in the comment whatever you want. Also some questions, we can talk about everything else. Let's see this second break point of the game. Very good Raducanu with the backhand, and she closes the point with a forehand. So very well played from Raducanu, who saved the two break points. The first one, Świątek could have done something better. She made an avoidable mistake with the forehand, but in the second one, Raducanu played really, really, really well. So let's see. We are already engaged in a deuce game. I think that the beginning of the match will be very, very important because to decide whether Raducanu will be close or not to make the match, to make an even match against Świątek. And these first points, I have to say that they are quite encouraging, because she's doing very well with the backhand. She's having great depth with her shots. So from 15-40, Raducanu won 4 straight points and held her service game. So 1 game all in this match, which is already, I think, very, very interesting also from a tactical point of view, because I repeat, Raducanu is trying to force a little bit with the backhand. And Świątek has made some mistakes here and there because a bit because of the wind, probably, but also because Raducanu he's putting some pressure, and right now has been able to put some pressure even when she was defending during the rally, pushing Świątek to the limit and trying to make her do more mistakes. The first game for Świątek was easier than the Raducanu's first game of on serve. Let's see this third game of the match. Of course, I think that Raducanu can create some damage on return. I think because she's able to anticipate really, really well, especially when Świątek will be forced to put the second serve. So yeah, from my point of view, I'm really looking forward to see what's going to happen. Let's see this third point of the game. We are 15 all because Świątek made a mistake with forehand, which has not been so precise, like always is. Raducanu attacking with a return, forcing this time Świątek's mistake. So 15-30. The beginning of this match is already very, very, very interesting. So let's stay here to watch together. Of course, I will talk a little bit point by point. Important for Świątek is to put as many first serves in as she can, because we saw that Raducanu is able to really force some mistakes when Świątek is forced to put the second serve. So, well, it's not going to be an easy one for the Polish, because we have already seen how Emma Raducanu can create some issues to Iga Swiatek. who's now 30 all and second serve. That's a good second serve. So Świątek has a slight advantage in the point. Raducanu is trying to moonballing a little bit to change rhythm, defending really well, but fantastic from Świątek, who with a forehand down the line won the point. So 40-30. Świątek has now a game point. The first serve is in. Świątek attacking. But she doesn't close the point. She was attacking, but the approach with the backhand was not perfect at all. Raducanu, very nice from here to pass with the backhand down the line. So third game, and it's already the second game, which is brought to deuce. The first one has been on Raducanu's serve, and this one on Świątek's serve. So really close battle in these first games already. Here we are, a second serve on deuce. Raducanu attacking with a return. Świątek finds great depth with shot. Raducanu is fantastic. He's fantastic with a drop shot. Świątek is a bit late recovering from this shot, probably a bit unexpected, but fantastic. Well played from Raducanu, who has now a break point. And it's their first break point of the match. Świątek had 2 break points in the previous game, but hasn't been able to win one of those 2 points. I think that probably a time violation has happened. I didn't understand really well because my volume is low. Oh, wow. Probably also the wind distracted a bit Raducanu, but Świątek has been really wow, incredible, saving the break point with this forehand, which has landed exactly on the line. So we are again at deuce. And with the first service easier, of course. Oof! Wow, what a mistake. Avoidable is to say the least. This mistake from Świątek, who was really in charge of the point. Okay, so now Raducanu has a second chance, second break point. Oof. The return is into the net with a forehand. Was not impossible to put the return on court, but yeah, of course, Raducanu is also trying to force a little bit the point with her early shots, because of course she doesn't want to end up running right and left. Another great rally because of the depth found by the two players. Świątek closes now the point with a backhand, so advantage Świątek. It's the second game point of the game. Okay, so someone second serve. Emma attacking with the backhand. Świątek really well with the forehand to close the point and to close the game after having saved 2 break points. So already 2 break points each, all 4 saved by the girl who was serving. And so Iga Swiatek now leads 2 games to 1 without the break. We are still on serve in this match. I was talking about what's happening also on the other courts. So Yannick Sinner won 6-1 the first set against Wawrinka, even if now Wawrinka started really well in the second set. He's 2-love up with 1 break. Tommy Paul got an early break against Felix Auger-Aliassime, so 3-love Tommy Paul on the Stadium 2. That match has just started because Sorana Cirstea won a really long and close battle against Caroline Garcia, reaching the quarterfinals here in Indian Wells. It's also very nice to see Cirstea playing so well after the injury she comes from. So really nice to watch some great things from Cirstea, who is of course a very good player. Yeah, other results in the incredible win by Petra Kvitova, not a long time ago, about 2 or 3 hours ago, closing the match against Jessica Pegula 7-6 in the third, after saving 4 match points and being back into the Indian Wells quarterfinals for the first time since 2016. So that was also a huge result of the day. Now Raducanu is back serving 15-love because she forced Świątek's backhand into the net. I think that yes, Świątek is amazing with the backhand. Of course, when she can slide, a lot of you also already said that she remembers a lot, probably Novak Djokovic, when she slid into the court to hit the backhand in that way. But I feel like backhand to backhand this time, Raducanu can be very dangerous. So probably Świątek has to avoid a little bit Raducanu's backhand. I see Świątek struggling a little bit to adapting to these a little bit windy conditions. The wind is not so strong because we can't see, for example, the skirt flying with the wind. But I feel like the conditions are not so easy to handle. Well played by Raducanu. She's doing really well. This beginning of the match, 40-love. So probably it will be an easy game for her. She has 3 consecutive chances to hold. Double fault. Double fault from Raducanu. So 40-15, but there are still other two chances for her. So what do you think about the beginning of this match? Let me know in the comments. So we can also talk a little bit together about the match. Raducanu is now defending, finding incredible depth with her shots. Świątek attacking with the forehand. And now she won the point with a backhand, but Raducanu forced her to try to win this point 2 or 3 times. And so we were 40 love, and now we are 40-30. We're already playing from 25 minutes. And there's a second serve. Another good rally. Raducanu did a great job with the backhand, which I was talking about before. And Świątek put the forehand into the net, so Raducanu held without going to deuce. 2 games all. 2 games all. So of course, yeah, they both played, to be honest, a pretty close match on clay last year in Stuttgart. Świątek won 6-4, 6-4, which of course was also a little bit surprising because it was right in the middle of that 37 match winning streak. Świątek was coming from winning the Sunshine Double, and of course Raducanu didn't start the 2022 really well, so it was a little bit surprising to see Raducanu so competitive against her in that match, also because of the little experience Raducanu had, and I think already has still has, sorry, on clay, while Świątek was already a Roland Garros champion, and then of course she won the Roland Garros for the second time. So probably this matchup can be really interesting right now in the present, but also in the future, because we shouldn't forget that these girls are respectively 21 and 20. So we are talking about very young girls. Of course, they both are Grand Slam champions. Świątek won 3 Grand Slam titles already, and Raducanu won, of course, the US Open in 2021. But they are still very young. A winning return from Raducanu with a backhand. So yes, Świątek's second serve on Raducanu's backhand, it's really difficult to handle then the point for Świątek, 40-15. And well played from Świątek with this rally, which was not easy at all. So Świątek holds to 15, so probably the first really a little bit easy game of the match, because it's the first one when the girl on the return doesn't win at least 2 points. So Świątek 3, Raducanu 2. We are still on serve. Both had 2 break points in this match, and saved from the girl who was serving. So yeah, of course, let me know in the comments what are you thinking about the match, how it began and how it can end according to you. Let's also let me know where are you tuning from. So what hour is for you? For me is 5:25 a.m. Um, so it's not easy. I slept a little bit during from the start of the Kvitova Pegula match, and of course I regret a little bit um, to have not watched that one. But of course I needed to sleep a little bit before this one. Um, so we are starting again, half an hour. Świątek is 3-2 up on Raducanu, but we are still on serve in this very, very entertaining match so far, because I think that a lot of interesting things has already happened, of course, from a technical, but also from a point of view. Raducanu misses the forehand, so she trails love 15 in this game. And now Świątek has played two really nice points. So love 30. Raducanu is in danger in this sixth game. Mika is cheering for Emma Raducanu. So probably right now is going to be a little bit worried about this game, because Raducanu now has to serve the second serve. And it's a double fault. It's a double fault, so love 40. Świątek now has 3 straight breakpoints. Another second serve. The serve is not helping Raducanu in this game. Świątek put pressure with a return, and Raducanu goes into the net with the backhand. So Świątek breaks to love 4-2 for the world number one, who now can serve to try to put one hand on this on this first set. Yeah, Raducanu started the match really well, I have to say. Let's also be honest. The start was really convincing from Raducanu. Now she played a pretty poor game, but I think that especially with the serve, because she didn't help herself at all. Of course, I think that in this matchup, the break is not a very big news, because I think that they both can return really well. So um, yeah, let's just see if Iga Swiatek can hold now. 15 love. Um, the graphic now is showing how Swiatek won 9 out of the last 10 points. So we are in a nice moment of the match for her. And now Świątek is attacking really well with her shots, and Raducanu is always into a defensive situation. Here the forehand was spectacular from Świątek. Um, and so she won also, she won this point too. 30 love. Second serve. Mistake. A mistake with the backhand from Raducanu. So for Ilov, um, this mm, this part of the match is really difficult for her. She's trying to do something more, but Świątek is handling very well now. Um, and which was I talking about? Is Świątek probably struggled a little bit to adapt um, to these evening conditions, which here are not easy at all. And 5 games to 2 now. Świątek held to love, so yeah, she lost only 1 point um, in the last 3 games. So from 2-all, we are 5-2 after 37 minutes. Okay, we are at the changeover, so it's time to catch some results because Sinner broke back in the second set. I've told that Sinner won the first set 6-1, and she was down a break in the second set, love 2, but he broke back straight away. So we are now 2 games all. Um, and Wawrinka's serve is again in danger because we are at deuce, and Wawrinka saved the break point. Um, while in the other match, I was talking that I was telling you that Tommy Paul started really well. He was 3 love up with an early break. He's still a break up, but now he is 15-40 down in his service game. So that match probably is going to be pretty close. And of course, we were thinking about a pretty close match also before the start. So, okay, now we are starting again. 5 games to 2. Raducanu is serving to try to prolong this first set. It's a very good second serve. Now Raducanu is attacking. Świątek lobbing. The smash is not a winner, but the forehand, yes. The forehand down the line is a winner. So 15 love. I think it will be really, really important for Raducanu to hold this service game, of course, because after having lost the last 3 games, it's also a matter of confidence, and of course also putting some pressure to Świątek serve. 30 love now because the serve helped her right now, which wasn't the case in the previous service game. Second serve here, and the return is long, so 40 love. So we witnessed some very, very close games at the beginning, but now the games are going faster and faster. This time in Raducanu's favor. 40 love, three game points. And the forehand is into the net, 40-15. Well, of course, regardless of the outcome of this match, it's of course very, very good to see Raducanu healthy, first of all, winning some matches in a row and playing some good tennis, because I think that, yeah, some mistakes in this second part of this first set, but overall her performance so far is not bad at all. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments. Hit the like button. I'm saying this since John is not there tonight. Really well Świątek with a return. And so 40-30, a warning from Raducanu, who was 40 love up. And she has now only one game point left. And the second serve. Świątek attacking already in this rally. Let's see if Raducanu will be able to defend well, and Świątek misses the backhand. So Raducanu held. Świątek is not really happy with the way she's playing. Yeah, I have to say that sometimes she makes some mistakes. She's not really been able sometimes to find the right distance from the ball. So yeah, I can agree a little bit with her anger of course with herself, but now yeah, a bit angry but still up a break. So 5-3, Świątek is serving for the set, and 15 love. The first serve is in. Raducanu is into this rally well, but misses the backhand, so 30 love. Świątek is 2 points away from winning the first set. So after this game, we're going to watch some statistics. The return is long, slightly long. Raducanu tried to attack, to go for it with the forehand, but it hasn't landed on court. So for a love, 3 set points. The serve goes long. And it's well played by Raducanu. This rally going mixing a little bit with the backhand and then forcing with the forehand. So for a 15-second set point. And the return goes long. So 6-3, Iga Swiatek wins the first set of this funny match, I have to say. It's interesting. So 45, 46 minutes. Let's see something about the stats. So um, first serve percentage, I have to say that it's quite good for both players. Świątek has 63%, Raducanu 60, first serve in. Great data for Świątek as regards the first serve points won, which are 90%, 18 out of 20. While with the second serve, she's been 5 out of 12. So she's struggling a bit with the second serve, even if 42 is not even so bad. Also considering that we are at 90 with the first serve, while Raducanu is doing better with the second serve, 6 out of 10. While yeah, she's struggling a lot with the first serve, only 8 points, 1 out of 15. So yeah, this is probably a bit of an issue for her. Yeah, so we are 6-3. So if you watched the first serve, the first set, let's comment a little bit how it went. Yeah, so just what do you think about this match, and what do you think can happen in the second set? Let me know if you expect a second set which will be probably similar to this first one, or why not? It can be different, it can be closer, or it can be in Raducanu's favor. Let me know what you think about it. I have to say that I understood in what way Raducanu can create some issues to Świątek. But at the same time, I think that Świątek can be able to handle that pressure, and yeah, after a difficult start, yeah, she can be able to win in straight sets. But this is only my opinion. If you have a different opinion, let me know. Of course, we talk about it together. Świątek is off court right now. Raducanu went to her coach, trying to talk a little bit about the match, and now she's going to try to serve a little bit to stay. mm, I don't know how you say. We say in Italian we say per essere caldi. It's like literally in English is to stay hot. um, and so we are waiting for Sviontek to come back, while Tommy Paul, another deuce game from him. He's struggling a lot with his service game, but still managed to bring till the end the early break he got. So 6 games to 3, and Tommy Paul is one set away from another Masters quarterfinal, which won't be the first one because he's been in the quarters in Paris-Bercy, um, Paris-Bercy, if we want to say. Um, he's also been in the quarters in Canada earlier in 2022, while Sinner is really in charge of the win right now, 6-1, 4-2 up on Wawrinka. So the second set has just begun. The smash is in from Raducanu, as Raducanu wins the first point of the set. Ace, or maybe Świątek touched, but it doesn't matter a lot. 30 love. Yeah, Świątek touched, 30 love. Great rally played by Świątek, finding also a winner with a backhand down the line. Yeah, reading the comment, I'm I'm a bit sorry to disappoint, but no, I can't facing the TV because I don't think I think it's forbidden to do so. Uh, but of course, if you're watching the match, we can talk about the match, everything about the match, and also about what's happening in the other matches of the moment, because it's even if we are at night, it's a pretty busy moment of the tournament. 3 matches going on. I have the live score on to try to make you some update also from the stadium 2 and 3. Here Raducanu has 2 game points. Oh, fantastic. Wow, what a backhand. Incredible. Incredible backhand. it's really good. So Raducanu held one game to love in this second set. Serving first can be can be nice. I think for her to feel less pressure. We are watching the stats on the TV. We are 9 winners and 10 enforcers from Świątek, 5 winners from Raducanu, and 11 unforced errors. I think that regardless of what the stats can say, I think that it's been a pretty high quality set at some point. Probably at some point, not so much, but still, I think really entertaining match. Oh, it's in. It's in this backhand from Świątek. So amazing, amazing winner. 15 love. Incredible. Hockey Live is showing that the ball is in from like 2 millimeters, something like that. Świątek with a kick serve, which can be important. Well played. Well played from Raducanu. 15-0. She's trying to pumping herself. Rightfully so, because I don't think that we haven't seen something really, really special from Świątek so far, except for some moments. Well played. Great winner with a forehand from Świątek. So 30-15. Yeah, of course, for Świątek will be very, very important the beginning of this second set, because we saw this film against Andreescu yesterday when Świątek won 6-3 the first set, but then she let Andreescu in the match in the second set, and of course the Canadian played really, really well also. So yeah, credits to her, but Świątek probably let her into the match, and I think she's trying to not give the same hope to Raducanu tonight. Tonight, if you are in Indian Wells, here it's early in the morning. This forehand is out from Świątek. She was going for it, and 40-30. It's out, but not for so much. Good serve from Świątek. She's now in charge of the point. Raducanu is defending. But she's defending well, I have to say, but fantastic from Iga Swiatek. Great point, closed with a very good backhand, cross-court backhand. So Świątek holds to 30 in this tricky, I have to say tricky, second game, first service game of the set for her, 1-game-all. Raducanu back serving. Where am I from? I'm from Italy, southern Italy. So here it's 5 to 6 in the morning, 5:54 a.m. Yeah, I'm from Italy, trying to watch with you this interesting match. Um, yeah, so let's just comment literally whatever you want about the match and also about other things about tennis, because this has been a pretty interesting day of tennis in Indian Wells. Some very good matches. I was talking about um, Kvitova, the Kvitova win against Pegula, but of course, we had some pretty epic stuff between Medvedev and Zverev. Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for me to can to can talk with you about this match. Great passing shot from Raducanu. This is a very good one. 15 all. I was talking. Yeah, probably I will bring back this pitch during the changeover. Now let's focus on this game. Fifteen all, and there's a second serve. Raducanu, we saw the stats. We saw she's doing quite well with the second serve. Backhand to backhand, down the line. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Backhand down the line from Raducanu. Raducanu's backhand is one of my favorite shots in tennis right now, I have to say. What do you think? Can Emma win set 2? My prediction, my personal prediction, is that Świątek will still win in straight sets this match. But I think that, especially if Raducanu will hold this second game and maybe the third one, I think that she can keep close. She can keep close this set. I think that she can have her chances too, because we saw how Raducanu can put pressure on Świątek's serve sometimes, but also on Świątek's shoulders during the rally. So I think that Raducanu can have some chances. Now, okay, Świątek made this point, playing pretty well. 40-30. Raducanu has another game point. And it's deuce. It's deuce. Świątek played the game really well. So Raducanu is a little bit in danger now. Well, yeah, I totally agree. Of course, Emma is a fantastic player. Despite what some people can say on the internet, injuries, of course, have been her main issue so far, because she hasn't been really consistent physically. When you can't be consistent physically because of injury or some kind of issues, then it's really difficult, of course, to find your tennis. So yeah, I agree. But of course, it's nice to see her here in the fourth round, playing some nice tennis overall. this forehand is into the net, and we were 40-15, and now Świątek has a break point. That's a mistake from Świątek, even if she was trying to do something important. So I think that this is a we can forgive her for this mistake. Deuce. So this game is going long. But the forehand is long from Raducanu, so there's a second break point for Świątek, who's now trying to put some pressure on Raducanu, especially during the rally, and especially on the forehand side, which is, I think, probably the less dangerous side of Raducanu's game. This backhand is into the line, and again great stuff from Raducanu with the backhand, and that's what I was talking about. Of course, Raducanu with the backhand is able to do really some amazing things. So second break point saved. Another deuce. It's a fault. She felt some pressure. Third double fault of the match for Raducanu, and also third break point of the game for Świątek. And it's again second serve. Świątek misses a doable return with the forehand. So even the third break point is done. Świątek played amazing in this rally, because Raducanu was able this time to find some depth with shots, but particularly a backhand found down the line by Świątek turned the tables completely in this rally, and now we have a fourth break point. Serving huge. So, and the fourth break point is saved from Raducanu. So we are engaged in a never-ending game. And the forehand goes long. Fifth break point. While I'm already telling you that Yannick Sinner beat Stan Wawrinka 6-1, 6-4. So Yannick Sinner is into the quarterfinals. Will face Taylor Fritz. again, playing really well on the break point, but then the forehand goes into the net. So Świątek breaks 6-3, 2-1. And after the changeover, she will serve to try to escape from Raducanu's sight. Okay, so we were talking about what was happening into the other matches. Of course, Yannick Sinner has just closed his match against Stan Wawrinka. So after having beaten in Rotterdam, it was, Sinner beats Wawrinka again. And I have to say again, with a not so close score, even if the second set was very close because Wawrinka had some chances. And it will be a very interesting clash with Taylor Fritz, in my opinion, because, of course, Taylor Fritz is the defending champion, and he's again in the quarterfinals here in Indian Wells, so trying to defend as much as he can, his points. So it's going to be a very interesting one. Sinner and Fritz played each other in Indian Wells in 2021, and Fritz won that match. So let's see if Yannick can take the revenge after having lost that one. Sinner's doing very, very well in the beginning of this season. He's 15 wins out of 19 matches played. But let's focus back on this match because this is a huge game for Iga Swiatek, trying to confirm the break taken during the last game. But the start is good for Raducanu. Love 15. Raducanu is actually in charge even on this point, trying to attack with the forehand, which goes into the net. So 15 all. Good return. Raducanu is trying to do her job well in this game, but Świątek is turning the table in the rally, going with a forehand down the line. And this is well played by Świątek, who is now raising his level thanks to all the 10 people who are watching the stream. I'm very happy to see you all. Świątek now 30-15 up in this game. Let's write in the comment if there has been a result which surprised you today so far in Indian Wells. We will talk about it as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Świątek strikes another forehand winner. and she's now 40-15. 2 game points. Second serve. It's a great second serve, and Raducanu is forcing to mistake with the backhand return. So 3 games to 1, 3 games to 1, 6-3, 3-1, all in Iga Swiatek's favor. So yeah, I have to say that the way the match had started, Raducanu was able to force a lot, especially onto Świątek's backhand, which went into trouble sometimes. But as the match went on, yeah, Świątek found her game, and she is, of course, doing a very good job, not letting Raducanu really to do her game and forcing her to mistake more, like she did here with a forehand. Love 15. This is a huge game, especially for Raducanu, because if Świątek wins this game, then the match, of course, it's not gone, but very, very, very difficult then to try to fight back. Great by Świątek with a backhand down the line twice. The first one forces Raducanu into defense, and then she strikes the winner. Love 30. And the forehand is long, so love 40. 3 break points for Iga Swiatek. We're playing from 1 hour and 17, so the match has also become faster. Great return, and then the backhand winner from Świątek, who breaks to love and now leads 6-3, 4-1 with 2 breaks in the second set. Let's see the result on the other court. Pretty fast second set on the Stadium 2, where Tommy Paul and Geraliasim are on serve in the second set. I remember that Tommy Paul won 6-3 the first set. So right now this match is very difficult to think how Raducanu can fight back into this. I think that the stats has also changed a lot. Świątek is still very, very good with the first serve, winning 25 points out of 29. Still 43% with the second serve, but it's enough also because she's putting in 76% of first serve in, so 2 out of 3. Raducanu went down with that data, while Świątek is going higher and higher because she's at 82 in only considering this second set. Another winner. She's playing so well. She's playing so well right now. 15 love. Yeah, so tell me also, what do you think about Iga Swiatek's start of the season? Because she played the United Cup and she won she won all her matches except for the match she played against Pegula, which she lost pretty badly, 6-2, 6-2. And so probably there was a little bit of a dangerous sign, even if Pegula played really well. And then she went into the Australian Open, and she didn't do so well there. Even if she lost, of course, she lost to Rybakina, who went all the way to the final, only losing to Sabalenka. Then she won Doha, which this year is a 500 title, and has been in the Dubai final, the first 1000 event of the season. She was the player in history to drop the fewest number of games in a WTA 1000 since 2009 to reach the final, but there she lost to Barbara Krejcikova. Overall, I think that, of course, it's a good start of the season for her. Even if, of course, she still lacks a big title, but we are still at March, so there's all the time to win one. Who knows? Maybe Indian Wells can be the place to defend last year's titles. While I was talking to you, Świątek held to love her service game, and so she's now only one game away. $15 right now. Raducanu down 3-6-1-5, serving to stay in the match. Yeah, the fact today has been that given Raducanu's return quality, and given the fact that probably Świątek, if we have to find one thing she can work on, probably is that fact that the serve is not impossible to put into trouble, in my opinion, at least at the beginning of the rally. But except for that third game of the first set, when Raducanu had 2 break points, after that, no issues for Świątek on serve. And now a winner with a backhand and 2 match points, 15-40, 2 match points from Iga Swiatek. Mistake from Raducanu with a backhand into the net, and so winning all the last 6 games of the match. Iga Swiatek beats Emma Raducanu 6-3, 6-1, and qualifies into the Indian Wells quarter-finals. Let's see the draw to see who she's going to play. Yeah, she's going to play Sorana Kirstea, and then there's Mukova Rybakina, and then Sakari Kvitova, and then Goff Sabalenka. These are the 4 quarterfinals. It's a pretty strong lineup, I have to say. So, what to say about the match? Let's make just a final comment on it. The beginning of the match was really entertaining. We saw Raducanu playing well, putting some pressure on Świątek, especially during the rally, defending the court really well. Then we were 2 games all, and then there's been 10 games to 2 in Świątek's favor, gaining confidence and precision with their shots, backhand, forehand, of course. Putting too much pressure on Raducanu, who felt all that pressure, and then suddenly mistaked. She hasn't been perfect at all in the second set, while Świątek has been impeccable, perfect. So 6-3, 6-1. Świątek still playing really, really well in Indian Wells. Of course, also positives to take from Raducanu, because winning 3 straight matches is also a good sign for her. And I think she has to bring this confidence into Miami now, because she beat some very good players still. For example, Haddad Maya. That's it. That was the match. Credit to Świątek. She played really, really well. Of course, she is the number 1 favorite to win this title. Also, given the conditions, which I think that suit her tennis really well. But I repeat, also some very, very good stuff from Raducanu during this Indian Wells experience. Not so much today, but the opponent was really, really in form and strong. Overall, for Świątek, it's been a very good tournament for Raducanu, sorry. So, that's it for today. This was the match. I was hoping to stay here for a longer time with you, but this was it. Giving a last update, Auger-Aliassime took the second set, 6-3. So Tommy Paul and Auger-Aliassime are going to a third set. But that's it for today. I thank all people who stayed with me. See you soon. Bye.